Chapter 1. Identifying the signal. Identity as resonance. We are the sum of the interactions that have sculpted our flesh. We are not isolated entities, but biological edifices built on the foundation of those who loved us, left us, or abandoned us. Relational neurobiology, a field pioneered by researchers such as Daniel Siegel, confirms that our brain's architecture is continuously modeled through mirroring. From the first moments of life, mirror neurons come online. Discovered by Giacomo Rizzolatti, these brain cells function as an invisible bridge. They fire identically whether we perform an action or observe others doing so. Through them, I captured my father's frequency, transmuting his rigor into neural pathways, and my brother's courage into synaptic architecture. But the process doesn't end with grief. These same neurons record the shockwave of a divorce that collapses our internal scaffolding, or a rejection that cracks our foundation. Our identity is a connectome, a brain's wiring diagram, a unique map of connections that defines our reactions. In this scheme, trauma, alienation, or failure are not dead ends, but tension pillars that allow us to discharge force precisely when life strikes again. Epigenetics, the software of resilience. Science has provided proof of continuity through epigenetics, the study of how environment and stress turn on or turn off genes without changing their structure, as if tagging a source code. Researchers like Rachel Yehuda have demonstrated how DNA methylation works, a chemical mechanism acting as a toggle switch. Essentially, our cells tag resilience genes to become more active during crises. Our parents' survival experiences leave biochemical imprints that prepare us for the onslaught of reality. Their trauma was not a sentence, it became my training. Their victory is pre-installed in my cells. This adaptive software activates regardless of the blow: grief, the isolation of divorce, or the humiliation of professional failure. I do not seek them in graveyards. I activate them as source code. They are high-performance software, and I am the biological hardware running it. The signal and post-traumatic growth. Do you want to know where your strength lies? Look at yourself under maximum pressure. This is where post-traumatic growth, Richard Tedeschi, intervenes. Unlike simple recovery, this recalibration means the individual develops a superior structure precisely because of the shock endured. Rejection becomes a filter for structural purity. Abandonment becomes a self-sustaining foundation. Watch how you rebuild your life after a breakup, or how you look an adversary in the eye without blinking. That is the signal. Mine is my father's rigor and my brother's courage, but it is also the force of every failure transformed into steel. Any separation trauma is, in essence, a load test for your spine. The poetic edge, the echo inside the cell. Beyond data, there is a mysticism of the blood. My poetry is the moment where mathematical rigor, meets the fragility of abandonment and fortifies it. It is the steel reinforcement injected into the heart of a world collapsing under the weight of failure. Absence of a person, a relationship, or a dream is not a void, but a space of infinite resonance where values vibrate more clearly. Every verse is an electrical discharge meant to wake you from the paralysis of nostalgia. Nostalgia for what was is a design flaw. It forces us to look at ruins. The architecture of emotion forces us to look at the structure that survives. As Viktor Frankl said, meaning can be found by transforming the existential vacuum of loss into a creative space. We are not defined by who left us, but by the geometry of the spirit that remains standing after the earthquake. I have become an institution of resistance. My poetry is the transmission of this signal of power to you. Identify the pillars within your own synapses, the father's lesson, the strength of failure, of abandonment, and activate your code. You are edifices designed to last, not ruins waiting to collapse. If your foundation resonates, the synchronization has begun. Transformation requires repetition and structural maintenance. Subscribe to become an architect of the spirit and receive the remaining protocols. Next comes execution. We transform stress into kinetic energy and activate anti-fragility through hormesis. We learn to use the toxic dose of pain and rejection as medicine for power. Do not accept to be a ruin. Build your legacy. I am Felicia Iancu. See you on the construction site.